All right, so you are looking to learn how to sell on Mercari. One of the biggest things that I like about Mercari is it gives off a flea market vibe. Like it's a platform where you could bundle products, but also be able to sell products of all different types. I'm talking about household items, I'm talking about electronics and clothing. The problem that I see a lot of people get twisted or get stuck with is trying to sell fake inventory. Now, the one thing I do not teach is how to sell fake products such as replicas. I've moved on from that because it has got Mercari's banned and also eBay's, right? Now, if you had a Mercari banned, one word of advice I would tell you is that it's very hard to get unbanned from Mercari besides using someone else's profile, obviously. So you want to make sure that you're taking care of your profile. Treat it like it's something that you literally are depending on when it comes to that side income instead of treating it like a fast get rich quick scheme. I will say this and I'll be upfront. Mercari is not a place where you're just going to get rich immediately. There are a bunch of buyers on this platform, but most of them are looking for a deal. Unlike eBay, Amazon, or even sometimes Facebook Marketplace, a lot of the times I see clientele on Mercari, they do their research. And what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show you guys exactly how to get started, how to actually do that product research for the products that you're looking at selling, and also how you can make sure that you're scaling. Now, me personally, I like to bundle on Mercari because I see that customers value over being told that they're getting those brand new Gen 2 pods and you know that they are not Apple, right? Because see, one thing I will say is customers on Mercari don't hesitate to create claims, and most of the time those claims are going to be in the customer's favor. Now, one thing about Mercari is really unique because Mercari does not pay you until the customer actually gives that rating. Or if they don't do the rating, you still have to wait, right? You have to wait a certain amount of days in order to get your money. Now, this is different from platforms like eBay, Amazon, right? And I think that it does give a problem at times, but also it could be beneficial. This helps you get more reviews, especially if you're doing good business. Now, what I want to do is I want to hop into a Mercari, and what we're going to do is literally look at some of the best practices you could actually do if you are starting or if you already have a Mercari. Now, one thing I want to say, just to get the elephant out of the room, yes, I do. I help people get unbanned from Mercari and eBay. But one thing I would say to anybody that's banned on Mercari or anybody that is selling products that could get you banned, this is not worth it, right? Now, unlike eBay, you cannot create a Mercari business account. So every time that you're creating an account with Mercari, you're looking at uploading an ID, you're looking at putting your social and your personal information on the platform. Now, if you try to create another one, they are not going to allow you. So the only way that you can get another platform or another store is using someone else's, okay? And this could be quite tricky. Now, I use a total of around 7 family members' accounts. And the reason is because they all get a percentage, and also it helps me when it comes to my outreach. Now, I see that Mercari does get a little different when you are passing 10,000. Now, once you get past 10,000, I see, especially my accounts, they ask for more paperwork more frequently, including invoices, okay? So just getting started with Mercari, what you're gonna need is you're gonna need your ID because you're gonna have to take a picture. You're gonna have to also have your social, of course. Now, this all is for tax purposes, okay? Now, if you don't know, and if you are somebody that uses another person's Mercari, it's important that you are paying the taxes or you have some type of deal struck with that person, because there is a 1099K, which is something that Mercari reports to the IRS to basically tell the IRS how much money you've made on Mercari. This could actually go and take away from that person's tax refund that you're utilizing their account with, okay? And this could be a problem. It could fracture your relationship with that person. So just make sure that you have some type of deal with people that you are working with and using their Mercari. Now, getting into Mercari itself, I will say this: Mercari is one of those platforms where you can look up anything. So we're going to look up iPhone charger, okay? Now, when we look up iPhone charger, you can easily see that you have the option down here to look at free shipping, item origin, condition, and etc. Right? We're going to go to status. We're going to go to sold. And the reason why I want to go here is because I want to show you something. Most of the products that sell are usually bundles. And I am a real big advocate of selling bundles on Mercari, because what I want you guys to look at is Mercari is one of those platforms where people can make offers, people can make counter offers, you can make counter offers, and also people literally can bundle. It gives sort of kind of like a Poshmark vibe, but it's a little bit bigger. And you're always going to make out more when you're selling bundles like this, right? Like a 2 times 20 watt power adapting charger cable and USB-C for iPhone 12 original quality. Now, these aren't Apple. Like, let's get this out the way. These aren't Apple. This is clearly a Chinese company that is finessing, right? And that's okay, because look at their reviews. They have 601 reviews, all 5 stars. So they're obviously selling a good product. But look, you can see a bunch of different products that they're selling. It's a wide range. But also, one thing about Mercari is you can sell the same thing over and over and over again and be able to make a bunch of money. Now, the good thing too is that you have the ability to change the price depending on what the customer would like to pay, if you are flexible in that way, right? So you see 28, 28, you see 29, 29. So it seems that this person is fluctuating between 28 and 29, 21. So yeah, I mean, they don't really go past 21, I see, and that's okay. And that's why I like Mercari, because it gives you flexible options with your products. Now, if I was somebody selling electronics, I gotta make sure that I'm starting with a product that I know for a fact people are going to be able to leave me these good reviews on. Because again, these reviews do matter. And when you are trying to build your Mercari, you wanna make sure that you are setting an expectation, but also showing what expectation you are providing, right? What type of service are you providing? Now, yes, when you cancel orders, it shows. That's why it's important to make sure that you are actually, one, sourcing the product. Don't drop ship with Mercari. Don't. 2, making sure that you're shipping on time, and also it's easy because they provide you the label, and it literally tells you the profit you're going to make. Like, if you try to list an item, it will literally let you know. Like, let's try to list something. Let's try to list this, right? If we list this speaker, it literally will tell you, one, I always hit the paid label, but it also will tell you, depending on what price point you're trying to make it, exactly what you're actually going to be charged with, right? So $5.29 is going to be the selling fee, but I'll be earning $39.71. I think this is a really good model because it actually lets you know what you're going to be making and what you're going to be able to take. Now, when you are depositing money, you are going to be paying a $2 fee. I think one thing that Mercari has changed, even though they've done plenty of changes throughout the years, is they have moved more towards being pro-buyer and going away from the seller. And what I mean is, it's important to know when you are selling products that they are always going to be pro-buyer. They are going to be able to return products if they don't like the product. Sometimes you'll run into certain scams that people may have, as far as, hey, I didn't get it, or, oh, it came with an empty box. But these are the reasons you want to do a little digging, right? You want to make sure you are protecting yourself. So when you're going and shipping products, you want to make sure that the products are being documented. So when you're packaging it, make sure you take a picture of the product that you're packaging. Make sure you send it to the customer so the customer knows that it's on its way. When you're dropping it off at the post office, make sure that you're taking a picture of that box sitting on that post office as well, or that post office desk. Make sure you get the receipt. If you ship in USPS or UPS, these are all things that you can do to inspect what you expect when you are shipping on Mercari. Now, moving forward, I want to actually talk about one more thing in this simple tutorial. So one that I want to really emphasize is, one, you don't want to overcomplicate Mercari. Mercari is really, really easy, right? All you're doing is listing what you have and making sure you're coming out profitable. But when it comes to coming out profitable, how do you actually do the product research to figure out how much you should actually listing the product? So if I was to want to list this stylus pen, right? I can go ahead and I can say universal stylus pen, right? And I can see literally what's selling in my area. Now this is the exact pen that I have right here, but look at how the prices are different, right? We have a $12 price point and then we have a $20 price point. And I can promise you this, the person that's selling it for $20 isn't just selling it for $20 because they're trying to price gouge. Usually it's because this person is getting it for a higher price, right? Now I want you to look at this, plus 89 cents for the buyer protection. Right now, what is that, right? Buyer protection is going to be something they can get, worry-free shopping, get what you ordered, or a refund upon eligibility. Now, to be honest, when they put this in place, I feel like it really hurt the leverage for us sellers. But again, this is something we can't get over. That's why we just want to make sure that we're giving the best product possible and also documenting the whole transaction. Now, again, when it comes to the buyer protection fee, they may pay for this and they may try to get you, but most importantly, I would say don't try to sell scared, because usually people on here try to do really good business. But this person right here, we can literally look and see. Let's see. This person seems to be a reseller, but not get the products for a good price point, because they didn't do a lot of product research when they did that pen, nor the other products that they're selling. This person right here is selling theirs for $12. What's the difference? There is none, because this is the same exact pen. So if I'm somebody buying this pen or looking to buy the pen, I'm going to look at this one or this, because see, this one was at $12 and it went down to 10. That shows me that this is a slow selling product. I can go over here and I can look, right? And boom, this is a product that has obviously sold, but let's go to newest first. It looks like this is selling for a very, very low price on Mercari. But if we go to a platform like eBay, right? If we go to a platform like eBay and we hit stylus pen, right? Watch this. Look at how eBay may have a different type of story to tell, right? So eBay, there may be good sales. So right now, me filming this, we are filming this on February 10th. 1 has sold, 2 has sold, 3, 4, 5, so 6, 7, 8. So a lot is sold on eBay, but not a lot on Mercari. And honestly, I think that these aren't selling well because they're not bundled. I think that if you put these in a bundle, you'll probably see people buy more of these, or maybe it's just that the demographic for that type of product is not really what they're looking for. I can tell you what people are looking for. iPhone chargers, right? So the iPhone chargers right here, you can obviously see that these are just things people look for. You want to look for trinkets, things that people look for on an everyday basis, smaller products, adapters, things of that nature. Those are what sell on Mercari, not the one-off gadgets and the things that people usually look for unique purposes, right? You want to sell things that are going to be like even a wire MagSafe charger, things that are going to be small ticket products that people are looking for value with. Like you wouldn't go to a flea market trying to sell a Rolex watch or trying to sell big ass JBL speakers, because people probably aren't expecting to spend that much, and also you're probably not giving that much value, right? You're probably not bundling 2 JBL speakers for $50, and that's probably what they want. Here, they're looking for deals. They're not looking for products that are going to sweep them off their feet. And I think this is where a lot of people overcomplicate the process, because yes, people will look for JBL speakers on Mercari, right? But I can guarantee you, a lot of the times people are looking for those deals, like the good prices, price points that are going to knock them off their feet. Because again, this is more so like, hey, I'm going on Mercari to get the deal. I'm not going on Mercari just to shop. It's not my first option. So if you're seeing slower sales, or maybe you're seeing a point to where the products you're listing aren't really selling well, This is why, because you're not selling those low ticket products that are giving people value and they feel like they're getting a bang for their buck, and maybe even want to bundle with more products in your store. So I would definitely recommend Mercari for low ticket items at first. And if you get a lot of reviews, you can start selling more higher ticket. But again, these are going to be literally customers that are looking to bargain, looking to negotiate. They won't hesitate to message you. This account I'm on right now has 94 messages. All 94 are negotiations going on. And I'm going to continue the series, guys, but I didn't want to cram this up with a bunch of complex strategies and me trying to blow this out of proportion and try to make it seem like this is a platform that requires a lot of work. It doesn't. Honestly, this is one of those platforms where you can literally download the app on your phone, take those pictures or take pictures from other posts and list them. Like, this is not a hard app to sell on. It's just more so you need to make sure you're selling the right products, but also do your product research. Type in that search bar with that, whatever product you're trying to sell. 3-in-1 charging pad, right? Anything. Just type something in that you're looking to sell. Don't look at these products. Go all the way down to status. Go to sold. And then you'll see, damn, this is not selling on this platform. Therefore, I will not list this on Mercari. Okay, there's only going to be certain products that will sell well on Mercari right now, especially since it's January, February, right? Usually during Christmas time, Mercari picks up more, but this is one of the lower audiences out there on the resellers market. You have, of course, eBay and Amazon that really steal most of the customer base is looking just to buy products online. I never had somebody walk into the store and say, hey, I'm going to look for a case on Mercari. No, they usually say I'm going to look for a case on Amazon or eBay, right? But this is a good platform to really sell well with bundles and low ticket products. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want more types of videos when it comes to Mercari, just like the video, this is just an introduction into the series. It's a bunch more that we can talk about, including profit margin, ways to ship, and also how you want to bundle. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.